rebounded, runs it in, touchdown.
We'll have our roll call meetings tomorrow, and it's time to look forward to getting into more game mode. Young guys, I think numbers-wise, it ended up, I think, being right where we wanted it. We ended up right around 40, 41 plays with the young guys. I think the ones and the twos both took 23 snaps, so it's kind of right in that ballpark where we wanted, maybe on the low end, but that's okay. Got some good work early in the kick game. Didn't really put a lot of pressure on the kickers, but they made their kicks, and so that's what counts. And we were able to, I think, get some good work tonight. I think there's going to be some opportunities to maybe create some separation in that tight end position. Talked about the linebacker really being a tight race right now, and then just continue to improve and evaluate. I think we know what we have with some of our guys, and there's some guys that I thought had some nice games. I mean, I thought, Shane Perry's a guy I kind of mentioned day one, and he showed up and did some nice things in the run game. And then we had some young guys that I think got a little nervous once we put the real uniforms on, some drop passes and some blown assignments, and just some guys that are just not quite as focused as they probably needed to be. So Bree's calling right now, Jason, just so you know. And so, be happy to take any questions.
It looked like you were really able to show some of that versatility on that first drive of the first team offense with Travis and Troy and Casey. What did you like out of that?
Yeah, I thought we were in a pretty good rhythm. I think there were some things that we really just gave the offense to Troy for one series, and so they kind of needed to maximize them. And so it wasn't, obviously we didn't open the whole playbook up tonight, so it's just kind of really two plays basically that we called with him in there, and you would think the defense would figure it out, but I guess without Troy, they couldn't figure it out. So no, I think it was good to see some flow and some rhythm, and that's something that we know we're going to have to do is have that diversity and have some different packages.
How much fun does Matt have designing an offense with so many weapons?
Well, I think it's it's kind of a blessing and a curse because obviously you get into a rhythm as a play caller and things are going really well, and then you go, hey, we got to get this guy touches. And so yeah, the creativity part of it, I think that is a lot of fun to kind of go and dig in and say, hey, we got this guy Travis Johnson, he needs his touches, but Kevin Cassis needs his touches, and Willie Patterson needs his touches, and Lance McCutcheon, and kind of go down the list. And so even if you're not being unconventional with the quarterback stuff, you still have to get creative as an offensive play caller and make sure that the guys that can impact the game have the opportunity to do that.
Do you worry about Casey? Do you worry about Casey not being able to find the rhythm if he's kind of taken out?
Well, I think that's going to be some of it, but even today, I think he showed his ability to run the ball. We made him live on a couple of plays, and he did a nice job pouring into the end zone on one, and that was something we wanted to see by design today. We've done that with him a couple times because I do think he's a capable runner. And a lot of the +1 run game stuff doesn't have to go out the window because he's our quarterback. It needs to continue to be a part of our package.
Coach, this is the first time that Casey's seen something relatively close to a game day atmosphere setting with all these fans in here. Do you think he was able to succeed with that added pressure?
Yeah, I thought he did some nice things. He operated well. Had a couple throws I think he'd like to have back. Missed a glance route to Travis that I think probably would have gone for a big gain for us. But he also threw one right in on Travis that Travis has to bring in down the goal line. And so, everybody's got their opportunities to make plays, and they've got to make them. And that's where we've got to go from here. That's my takeaway is really, hey, we had some miscues early in drives that put us behind the sticks. We can't do that. That's not who we are. We've got to be really efficient, make good decisions, and that starts with Casey at the quarterback position.
You mentioned the creativity, but also the tempo was so good when you guys were rotating guys in, taking snaps. So how much more challenging is that going to become on defense when you're operating that tempo?
Yeah, I think our transitions were good. I think at times our urgency was not. Coming out of the huddle, especially some of our young wide receivers, we had a couple of procedure penalties and some things that we need to clean up. Those guys need to understand for us to be able to do what we want to do, we got to take the ball and take the line every single time. So I think there's some improvement that we can be made there. With the veteran guys, they've done a lot of that. I mean, you guys did that a lot last year, so it wasn't really anything new. But it'll be interesting to see kind of how it all comes together. We didn't use a lot of the elements of our offense tonight and a lot of the elements of our defense tonight, and that was by design.
Stylistically, you showed willingness to get under center with the quarterbacks. What do you like about that dimension of the offense?
Yeah, I think this. I think from a linebacker coach perspective, play action is way better under center than it is in the gun. And you can see the mesh. You don't dive into the line of scrimmage quite as hard. And so, being a run-first team, for us to maximize our ability to push the ball down the field, we've got to be good in play action. And one of the ways that we can be better in play action is to present a harder run cell, and that is better under center, in my personal opinion.
The inside linebackers, Noah Askins and Michael Kelly got a lot of the first reps. What did you think of it?
Yeah, I thought those guys had a good day. One guy that did stand out to me, without seeing the film, I'm kind of on the offensive side, but I thought Cal had a nice little stick on one of the short yardage plays, and that's going to be a very close. We're all going to watch that really closely tonight. That linebacker stuff.
When you take job and you blitz him, he has so much mass now. What do you like about him?
Yeah, kind of a little bit like what we got out of Grant last year, where that he could really puncture the line of scrimmage for us, and taking nothing away from Josh. I mean, Josh is a great football player, but he's not a guy that's going to give you a whole lot on a rundown blitz up the pipe. I mean, he's more of a slide and hide guy, really smart. He's going to be in the right spot to make a play. But when you throw a 240-pound linebacker into the line of scrimmage, they've got an opportunity to puncture the line of scrimmage a little bit, and that can create some negative plays.
What have you seen from Taylor Tuiasonoka recently, and how the offensive line is kind of shaping up?
Any comments on that?
Thought the O-line did okay at times today. Still haven't got our chemistry all the way down. We saw some defensive styles that we haven't seen before, so we just need to communicate and find out better.
I think you have comfort level with Taylor. You guys played next to each other most of fall camp.
Yeah.
I think that's, those two guys are, you've been, 39 consecutive starters for us. 35. Sorry, speaking numbers. He knows exactly how deep in the playoffs we need to go to.
Yeah.
And so, but a lot of those have been next to Taylor. They're only a year apart in school, and so I think Taylor's. I do think Taylor's taken a big step in terms of his maturity. That's one thing I would say, and he's come along with it. And that we need him to, because he's a talented player.
Jory got hurt, got carried out, but he comes back and scores a touchdown.
No, he's got a little surprised there by something with his knee, but he bounced back quick, and so he did a nice job.
Jahari Martin playing right back, you like that as
He obviously not really adept at catching the ball, but Jahari has some natural skills. I mean, he played some running back at Lakeland High School, and so I think he flashed the very first time he put it back there with the rookies 2 days ago, and so really pleased with what he's going to be a guy that's going to play football for us. And so right now, with 14 linebackers, he was probably not going to see the field on defense. He'll see the field for us on offense, and he'll just continue to get better with reps.
The corner spot, though, they kind of battle on that. What did you think of today, especially with Munchie out? What did you think of Gibson?
Yeah. Again, kind of one of those deals we got to go watch. I'm not real focused on the corners a lot of times, more looking what's going on in front. But, I think we do have good depth there, and there's going to be good competition. I think Tyrell's a really good man-to-man guy. Tyree Gibson has rolled with the ones a lot during camp, and he's really come a long ways. A little steady Eddie, Damian Washington, and so there's some options for us there. We're going to need them all.
It's been a big camp as far as defensive takeaways. How does that make you feel still in the
Double-edged sword, man. I don't get to be the guy that just feels good about things when we take the ball away, and so I think that's obviously I think there's been major emphasis placed on that on the defensive side of the ball, and there needs to be, and we should. I mean, quite honestly, I expect us to be good at it. I think we have a good D line. I think we have the ability to play tight coverage. We can affect the quarterback. We should be able to create takeaways. And conversely, on offense, I think that's just going to make us better. Being around a really good defense day in and day out, being challenged to be our best, I think that's going to just benefit our team. So I'll let you guys ask these guys some questions.
With that tempo you were early on, how important is it to have a level of physical conditioning? How hard is it for you guys at line?
We've had a pretty hard fall camp so far. Day in and day out, we recondition a lot. I think we're kind of used to that tempo. We're getting better at it, so I'm excited to see how we can push it this year in the Big Sky. Personally, I thought we did well tempo-wise today, so excited to see what happens.
You got some reps with, obviously the ones that you were in there with the twos as well. What's that like when you're working with guys that maybe don't play next to you?
I think it gives the young kids a little boost of motivation, I kind of just like going in there and encouraging those guys and motivating them. It's, never a bad day when you can take some more reps and have a chance to do something like that.
Your offense, showed a lot of different looks today. What do you think the possibilities are for your offense, considering how many weapons you have?
endless supply of weapons. You know, I think that there's just going to be a lot of surprises this year. You know, stuff that we personally that we don't really see coming. You know, Miller's good at drawing out plays, and I think there'll be a lot of fun plays.
With the weapons that you have offensively, just the potential
Oh,
for this
yeah.
offense.
I think it's pretty good. It's kind of scary being on defense some days. It's like you never know what they're going to line up in, or who's going to throw the ball, who's going to run the ball. Isaiah, Travis, Kevin, they just kind of just go down the list like Coach said, and it's kind of sweet.
What do you think the balance going on next to you with the two inside linebacker spots? It seems like there's a whole bunch of guys that you lined up next to you.
Yeah, no, I think it's been awesome. It's kind of been a kid friendly competition though. Nolan, Cal, Josh, Walker, Jobin, Chad, they're all really capable for us, and they're all good players, and they're all smart, and so I mean I'm sure whoever we put out there is going to be fine. It's going to be good.
You guys are going to start getting dialed into more of the game week stuff now. How can you evaluate just how this fall camp went with this being Coach's fourth year? Seems like it went pretty smooth.
Yeah, I think it was, by far the most smooth one that I've been a part of. No one is complaining. We've had a lot less injuries, it seems like. It's just kind of, everybody just goes about their business, trying to get better each day, and it's been a good one.
Yeah, I think it's been the most organized one so far. I think as a freshman, and Cho came in first, after 4 years of this, I think everyone that was freshman at that time kind of has mentality now, and so you can show that to the younger kids, and everything just kind of smooths them flow.
Anything else? All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.